Okay, hi everybody, welcome. This is Catherine Perry, the Big Vision Coach, and this is the weekly virtual Commanding Wealth Circle where we get together every week to, one, hold this space in consciousness for each other, for each other's success, happiness, and well-being, and two, to learn how to apply the one command as was created by the author Asara Lovejoy, and I've had the pleasure of co-founding the company with her and developing a lot of the programs, and have taught thousands of people the one command process. But in this, we are learning how to apply the one command in specific situations and how to apply it in your daily life. And we're doing this in a circle format so that we can be a witness and support and encouragement to each other. So what a great week. I don't know. I mean, I'm back from vacation. I had a little health bumpy thing, and I'm feeling so good. And I just want to check in with everybody first and see how we're doing. And let's get right to it, okay? All right. So, Miss Sue, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. I had a really interesting little incident. We there was something that happened in our building and the power went off, and it was real interesting just to notice, because I'm so accustomed to connecting even via the internet and so on, and it was so interesting to notice the difference between sort of knowing I can do that even though we've been at home, and sort of being totally cut off from everything. And it was just a very interesting experience about all the things we take for granted. Also, in an odd way, a sense of freedom, because I was totally cut off from everything. So it was quite an interesting little experience. So it's been interesting.
How
It's been an
quiet
interesting
your
week.
house feels when all the power and everything's off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you don't realize how much is like at us, and we're tracking all the time until it's quiet.
Yeah. So so otherwise I'm good. I am motoring along with all the stuff I need to be doing. So I think really what I'm commanding for today is just support in continuing my process and in my new way of being, sort of my new way of being in the world.
Okay, awesome.
So
All right. So
that's me for
absolutely
today.
supporting you in that new way of being. Give us a clue. Like, what is the word that would help us kind of get our head and hearts around the new way of being that you're showing up in the world?
The word would be successful.
Successful. So when you're in that successful space, how do you know you're in that successful space?
I am productive, I am connected, and everything is working out for me. That's how I know.
Great. And so when you're in that successful space, what do people see as evidence in your life of that?
I have many clients, and my business is going well. That's where I'm at right now.
Okay. Could I also add, like, when they see you, they see a really happy, fulfilled person?
Yes, yeah.
They're, guys, look at that smile. Who would want to hang out with that smile? Yeah. We forget that. We get so much in the being and what we ought to do and all the actions and stuff, but we forget that a big part of our experience is being witnessed by others, right? And our identity, it's kind of like we have these mirror receptors, right? And so we're used to, as healers, we track like what's happening, right? but we forget that they have the mirror receptors too, right? So there's a country song that says, I was looking back to see if you were looking back to see if you were looking back at me. that country song, right? I was like, hey, were you checking me out like I was checking you out? And a big part of us in consciousness is how we are noticing that we're being perceived in the world, right? And what stops us is this imaginary conversation about our powerlessness and what they think, what they must believe, right? That invisible they. So why not turn that invisible consciousness into they see me as a success. They see me happy. And then so because they're seeing it, that feeds back to you, and then that like starts blooming things inside of you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So in that manifesting, add that piece in how the world is seeing you and experiencing you too. Okay. All right. Thank you. Hey guys.
Thank you.
And what we see and know about Sue is she's an incredible energy healer, particularly in the realm of spiritual, physical healing, because she's had tremendous healing in her own body, applying and in her family. This is something that has been a path for Sue, and using one's connection to source, not only so you're having this, outer evidence and you're having these results, but so that your physical body can match the health of your mental and spiritual body. Okay, that's what I want to think about that rather than healing. It's more of physical congruency with what's happening in spirit and in your mental spaces. Would you say that's a good way to define that, Sue? That we're having physical congruency with our spiritual and mental state and emotional state?
Yes, I think that's a very good way to define it, because on this planet at this time, the only way that we can communicate with other beings on this planet at this time is through our physical presence. So in order for us to have the best communication possible with others, but also our own best experience, we need all of us to be sort of well.
Yeah.
And so that's a good way. It's incongruence. We need to be congruent and able to communicate and experience life well.
Yeah, because everybody knows what we ought to do, but there's a belief that's holding us back from doing what's right for us in our physical bodies, but also our bodies process our emotions. And when there's, I could say, incongruencies or inner conflicts, the body tries to process it for us first until we're mentally and emotionally able to do it. Okay. And Sue and I really agree on the importance of medical assistance, having medical care and taking good care of yourself, and the importance of diet and exercise. And having said that we are first 100% responsible for our physical state and our mental state, so that we can aid doctors. And the doctors are supposed to be on our team. It's not us submitting to them, right? So Sue has a really beautiful way of thinking about that and teaching it. And in the month of July, 2 of the calls are going to be hosted by Sue, and we're going to be focusing on physical healing, physical wholeness and wellness. So, we like commanding health because it rhymes with commanding wealth, but I really want to focus it more on congruency. Okay, so I'm really excited about Sue hosting those meetings. So thank you, Sue. And we're going
Thank you, Catherine.
Meet Sue and her brilliance there. So thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Sue, do me a favor, mute yourself, and I'm going to jump over to Alex right quick. And I think you must be on the phone. Alex, I may have to have you unmute yourself. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, can you hear me, Catherine?
I can hear you. How is it in beautiful Seattle?
Well, it's sunny currently. I'm just getting in from a walk. That's why I'm not on video because I'm be jiggling all around here. But it's sunny currently, and you know we're kind of in the lull of the battleground, as you would call it, from the news. You know, got to take a different look from the news to see what's actually going on in Seattle, because they like to, you know, kind of change it up on what's actually going on depending on your news source. So it's a very interesting time here in Seattle, because there's a lot of things that are taking place to create change, and there's a lot of things that are kind of staying stagnant. So you know, I would say what's up in consciousness for Seattle is everybody really having that true outlook on how we can be taking care of our fellow man and fellow woman and fellow they them. You know, there's a lot happening that is actually you know, mind-bogglingly good, and it's like there's finally some like exhale happening, where there can actually be some relaxation into this good. So I just keep focusing on the good that can come out of all of this, the awareness that is being raised, the sorry the touch that everyone is able to have after this amazing time of quarantine, and you know, everyone being with their own individual selves. So we're actually able to have this touch of our spirit, a touch of our minds, as we're joining together in this new spiritual realm of moving forward. You know, we're moving forward at so many different levels so quickly right now. It's really important to be taking time to think, and be taking time to listen, and be taking time to truly show up in the way that is really right for our brothers and sisters right now. And the huge part of that is to be listening and to be able to be acting. So just that's a little update from here in Seattle. And had a little technical weirdness with my circle on Wednesday. I saw an email that there's some people knocking, but I never saw the knock. So it's up there. The recording's up there. So you guys can go take a look at that. But I'm excited for tomorrow to have another transmission of healing wealth and confidence building and positivity. So that's the update from Mr. Alex Wren here.
And fantastic. So just to remind everybody that Alex, during the month of June, is hosting Wednesday evening calls, and we have the registration link in the TOC Money Mindset Mastery group, and that's happening at 7 p.m. Central and 5 p.m. Pacific time every Wednesday night. So you know, this is a learning curve. We're just people. We're not slick. We're all learning how to do this together and show up in better ways. And I really appreciate the space you're holding, not only for Seattle, but for us all, Alex. So thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. I'm going to check in with Sandy. Hi, there you go. I'm going to let you unmute yourself.
Hi. I had just other things that I was doing these last couple of weeks, so I probably should have said, I'm not abandoning the group.
That's all right. I took a week off I had to step away, guys. I'd get burnout, honestly. I was getting a little fried and a little tired. So I had to just kind of recharge. And the group's an open door, so we're always happy to see you. So you look pretty, though. How are you? How's life in general? Everything good?
Yeah, feeling pretty good. And Thursday I go to the hairdresser. Hallelujah. I'm going to get a haircut. It's like all these things that you just kind of take for granted, you know. It's like just being able to just go to the store, you know. And I met up with a girlfriend this morning to go for a walk in the park, which we hadn't done in quite a while, just because they're easing up some of the restrictions, and the weather's this is the kind of day where in Michigan where you go, now I know why I live in Michigan.
Yeah.
A lot of days you're going, why do I live in Michigan? But it's like the weather's beautiful. It's good.
Yeah, this is my favorite time of year. I'm out in the yard a lot. For our camping trip, my daughter picked up this baseball set, and I have been in the backyard. Like I played softball as a kid, but I have been in the backyard hitting grounders. Like I'm getting my swing back on, and I'm having the best time. The dogs are very happy too, but I'm spending a bunch of time. My daughter's doing the gardening, but I'm in the back perfecting my swing.
Ah.
And, that was it. But what are you commanding for this week?
Um, I've got another home project that I want to do. But I live in a condo complex, so I just sent off an email that goes, I want to be able to do X. So I'm hoping to get a good response on that.
Alrighty. All right. So I don't know how the board agrees, and you have all the permission you need. I only know you have it now.
Mm-hmm.
I support you.
Okay. Thanks.
Beautiful. All right. I'm going to mute you and check in with Richard. How are you doing, Richard?
Well, I'm doing well. Yeah, I've got things to report, I guess. Chris and I have done as much as we can with the play, and we decided to send it to 3 people. I sent it to my brother, my stepdaughter Laura, who's an graphic artist,
Mm-hmm.
and my youngest, my granddaughter, who's was the actress, who's out of work right now. And I wanted their feedback because we can't be objective enough anymore at this point to.
Yeah.
So I'm nervous because I really want this to be really good. I really want it to fly, and I want it to be, because I have people I can send it to right now that as far as getting clearance for the music and maybe getting it produced as a movie eventually. Who knows? But anyway, long story short, I really liked it. I guess what I would command for today was is it really good enough right now, even without the feedback from other people, or I just have to just believe that it's just perfect the way it is right now and just send it out to these other people in the business.
You know what?
Um,
Everybody that knows you's tuned into it. The people that you're asking are people that love you, right? They're not going to be the buyers. So
yeah, right.
I say there's nothing left to do but just get it out there and get
Yeah.
it back and start having conversations.
Then have a conversation with it.
Yeah, with the people that like,
I'm just my concern is it done well enough where it engages the person's attention for 1 hour, 48 minutes, and 15 seconds.
Well, didn't you have a snippet? Something where people say, yeah, let me have a little like trailer.
No, that's not it. It's just that I want to know if the whole thing will get people's attention, keep them on a ride with it. That's the whole thing. That's the only insecurity I have with it.
Well,
I know the story is good. The music is great in it. It's just a matter of whether it's timed right.
There's no way to know, Richard, until you put it out. Honestly, think of all the $1 million movies and movies that shouldn't have made any money. We're talking about like Sharknado. Okay, I'm going to cuss. Shark fucking NATO is a multi-million-dollar movie that someone pitched, right? And I'm like, what is it about? It's a tornado of sharks. Great. Snakes on a plane. Got made. Put yours out. There's going to be somebody who says yes. There's going to be people who say no. But nothing's going to happen unless you're bold and you're all in. You've made the commitment and put it out there as boldly and as committedly, follow through on the commitment. So
we already have a letter written up. It sounds really, really good. I wrote it, and then Chris just kind of like fine-tuned a little bit. Yeah. It's already, I mean, if you choose to do it now without other feedback, we could do it today.
Just build up that energy. So right
now,
your insecurity is showing up, right? And a little of that codependency.
Yeah.
And that's okay. This is just a ghost in the machine. And the fact that you're insecure shows how important this is. Okay?
Yeah.
It's not about you, it's about the message. So
Yeah.
align
Sure.
back to the message,
Yeah.
and then let the message align back to you.
Yeah.
And then let the message go out. Just say, I don't know how it goes out, right? So let it guide you, okay? Because this came from beyond anyway.
Yeah.
And you're totally out of your comfort zone. And, you know, there was an expression, someone said, yeses lives in the land of no's. So make it a game. Say, well, there's somebody, right? Who else do you know? Who is this a fit for? Okay.
You say I'm in my comfort zone, or I need to get out of my comfort zone?
Get
What do you think?
out.
Yeah, getting
There's
out of my
nothing
comfort zone.
good,
Yeah.
right? But your
Yeah.
comfort zone is to circulate the interior, tinker on stuff,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And to
Right.
keep it internal. And the thing is, there was a time in your life, and guys, this is for all of us, there was a time in our life that rejection meant we could lose our parents' love, and that was our pure survival as kids. This is the programming that every one of us have to overcome in life, right? And our survival strategy is to be pleasing and be good, and to not rock the boat, and not to ask for not to ask for too much.
Right.
That's our programming.
Yeah.
And so you've been diligent, Richard, on working on all of that. And not only on your personal growth, a lifetime of that, and the people that you've committed to helping, you've been diligent in this project that's been put on your heart. You've done everything in your power, and the only thing left to do is release it and put it out there. Okay.
I'll talk to Chris about it later, but thank you. Thanks, Catherine, for your support, continued support. Yeah.
Just a command for boldness. So I don't know how I boldly take the next steps. And your heart, if you think about it, the word courage comes from the word lacour, heart. So your heart is what's going to pull you forward. Keep aligning back to your heart energy.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
All right, honey.
Thank you.
Got this.
Thanks much.
All right. All right. So, let me mute Richard, and then I'm going to tune in to Nash. How are you doing, buddy? Let's see.
Unmute myself. Okay, I did already. Hi.
Hi.
Oh,
Are you at home now? Normally we get to see you in your office.
I'm at my home in Portugal, Lisbon. I'm not in Angola. Weeks ago, I could not attend these classes. The first Tuesday I was in the province where I didn't have internet. And last week I was flying from Luanda, Angola to Lisbon. And this Friday I'm supposed to fly to Toronto, but on Thursday they canceled my flight until July 3rd. I'm stuck here in my condo in Lisbon, but it's nice. The weather is nice. Most of the stuff here, they open almost everything. Still cases, especially in Lisbon, are increasing, but everything is open. Of course, with all the precautions that are required.
Yeah.
And the only positive things that I can say is I wanted to try with the younger person, this step of one command. I did that with my niece. She's like 20. And she was amazed. First, she was laughing. And then she said, wow. She felt like relaxed. And she said, now I learned something. And she's telling me that she wants to do more session. She wants to bring more friends. And the only thing is, I have to translate a lot of things in Portuguese. They are not fluent in English. And
well, I mean, if you were ever interested in translating, helping to arrange to get it translated in Portuguese, Sarah is the person to talk to about that. She has some international versions of the book.
I'm looking.
Yeah. And this is my opportunity to say Alex and I are going to be putting together very soon a certified circle leader training. I needed to get some things kind of off my boards before I could start that. So maybe this will help you and some other folks share it. Okay. All right. So what are you commanding for?
Well, new experiences.
Okay.
With a new experience, I think.
What kind of new experiences? Let's
this is what I was trying with my niece, and because what I see and feel is the audience on this platform is not a young audience, and most of the young people looks like they feel like this is a drag. They don't have the feeling. I don't know if you have the same thinking or not. And this is where I want to push them. And it's something probably can help me to launch something new for me.
Okay.
More on that.
People love this process, and I've taught all of my family members, and even my daughter. Every once in a while, she said, "Mom, let's do that command thing. Come here." But I've taught all the kids, and we use it for a lot of different things, and they are kind of magical. So young people get kind of, I have to say, they don't have quite the barriers of disbelief to overcome that us smarter old people have to overcome. So young people get incredible results with it.
Yeah.
And they are it's very intuitive. They go, oh yeah, this works. So yeah, I mean, it would be fun to introduce that to them. And but anybody can share it, right? You're free to share the method. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I would love to help you create synchronicities, right? Synchronicities. And that's always fun, because when we're in synchronicity, we're in this, we're in that state of flow, and your intuition's talking to you. You're actually kind of more in harmony with your environment. So like, as you have the thought, things will start showing up in your world. So let's start. How about a command for more synchronicity to happen? Would that work for you?
Yes. Sure.
Okay, so I don't know how. I am consciously creating synchronicities and coincidences in my life. I only know, I do now, and I am fulfilled. Okay?
Thank you. Sure.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
I will mute myself.
All right, I want to have you mute yourself, and I want to check in with, oh man, we've got a beautiful full group today. Shama, I just want to let you know I did get your text message, and I want to add your command to the group today. And she's commanding for the same, to have a loving, caring relationship with your adopted son and your husband. So I don't know how I am having loving, caring relationships. I only know my relationships are deepening now, and I am fulfilled. Okay? And I'm apologizing, guys. I'm at my daughter's house. The kids are all stirred up. I don't know what's going on. So there's a lot of noise in the back. As I let everybody know at the start of this, no one is being murdered. It sounds like it, but it's not happening. So that's all that's going on if you hear some background noise. I'm going to tune in with Alvaro. How are you doing, my friend? Up. Yeah. There you go. Hi.
How you doing? I'm doing great. I'm on expectation because today is my first commanding circle at 6 p.m. in Spanish.
Woo! I'm going to unmute everybody, and I want to get a big woohoo for you.
Woo.
Welcome.
So excited.
Oh,
So excited.
wow.
I couldn't sleep last night.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Excuse me, I accidentally remuted you.
Okay.
So, can you hear me?
Yeah, I was saying that I'm so excited that I couldn't sleep last night.
How many people are coming?
I don't know. I hope that there will be about 10 to 20 people.
Okay, fantastic.
And I'll be talking about creating on the golden spiral.
Oh, I love it. One of the things that we don't do in the virtual circle is a little hard. And guys, I'm going to do just a little thing. Like what I would do with the circles is I would get everybody in groups about 4 to 6. Okay. That's a comfortable size, like break it down and then have everybody make their statement of what it is that they're commanding for out loud. Okay. To each other. Then go up as a group and make the command. And then as they come down, like afterwards, I would have everybody affirm to each other. So like there's one person and then there's 3 others. So each person would affirm, I would like, Alvaro, I absolutely know that you have a successful circle tonight and I support you, right? Whatever it is each person commanded, that is like the magic secret sauce in the whole thing. Okay, like there's the command, they do each person does a command, and then they go up and do the group command, and I would walk the whole group up, and then they would come back down and then make the affirmation. And there's this magic that starts to happen. Like the group, they almost start prophesying over each other. And then this love starts filling up. And the reason that that piece is important is each person starts, it's the first time they've ever been like, got unconditional support. Usually it's like well-meaning advice and what they have to watch out for and all this other crap, right? But to simply be, hey, I absolutely know that what you're commanding for is now manifested and I support you. In that statement, one, they're able to start taking it in. It opens their receptors. But then 2, it feels so good, they get hooked on that feeling. So the brain starts going, where is my natural support? And it starts naturally seeking that instead of what we usually do, like kind of like, honestly, Richard, I'm going to use you an example of, I don't want to be rejected, so how do I avoid the people that are rejecting me? That we turn the mind to, how can I get more support like this? Does that make sense?
Yeah, a lot of sense. It's just that we are still in quarantine in Colombia, and tonight's going to be a virtual one.
I love it. So even if you just make that statement back to each person, that's going to help a lot. Okay. And I need to put together a live circle so I can kind of demonstrate that. So, but I don't know how that's going to work with the social distancing because I'm like way out in the country right now. Let's see if I can get my herd of cats called my family organized enough to help me. But good, congratulations. Be sure and let me know how it goes, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm so excited for you. All right, I'm going to tune in to Miss Hannah. How are you, Miss Hannah? Go ahead and unmute yourself. We have got a wonderful size group today. Let me see. Hannah, can you unmute yourself? Let's see. I'm trying. Are you there?
Yes. I'm
Hi,
here.
honey. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
What are you commanding for today?
So last week I had my first webinar on the one command, and
Okay, I'm unmuting everyone again. Hang on.
Woo!
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yes. Everybody do that. Unmute yourself. That's fantastic.
thank you everybody. But it was so well received. I've been getting emails of when is the next one? So I think I just want to understanding of how to take it forward so that I consistently, clearly present the message in a way that will change life positively.
Okay. So yeah, so we don't know how we consistently do that, right? And with the thing is, you know, we have the circle, we want to introduce people to it, and then I'm assuming you had your offer, right? And the next thing is, you know, we teach it, but we want to answer questions. So I always did my intro nights like meet the one command. That was like that was the big talk, meet the one command.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's different times now, right? So
Yeah.
how can we, there's questions that are on people's minds. So how can we thrive in these challenging times? And the answer is the one command, right? Because we're going to be connecting into our greater intelligence and going to this, you know, unified field and learn about these different levels of consciousness to operate in. But your intuition is going to tell you, but also the people who are asking questions, like they loved it. You go, great, well, what are your questions? And then you can even answering the questions about the one command.
That's fine. Okay.
That'll be
All right.
great. Top 5 questions that people have about the one command, right? Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Congratulations. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to tune in. Do me a favor, mute yourself. Let me mute everyone, and then I'm going to, let's see, mute all. Yes, and then I'm going to unmute Ashok. And so I accidentally unmuted. What happens is I will do this, and then it all of a sudden moves on me. There we go. Ashok, how are you, my friend?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Good, good, good.
What are you commanding for?
Just feeling frustrated for no reason, like lots of heavy energy in chest and stomach area. Not there's business on my hand, but I'm not doing anything. I don't feel like just suffocated.
That's because we're thrown into survival mode right now with everything going on.
Okay.
So what I found has been really helpful is being present, right? And so doing the one command like into your body,
okay,
and looking down. So I don't know how I am free to take action now. I'm only know I'm taking right action right now. Okay. And that heaviness in our chest, I mean, like we're all tracking and feeling that energy, right? And so I did a demonstration last week with a mirror, so if you can watch the video from last week, that could help. But
I was there, yeah.
What I'll do a 4-part statement where I kind of like let myself be in it, and then I pull myself out of it. And I'm just going to demonstrate it real quickly with your permission. Is that all right? So I'm just being stuck, right? I feel stuck and heavy. I'm just not even going to try to assign why or anything else. I just want to be present to it. So I look down, I tune into my body. I put my hands kind of like where I'm feeling the density of the energy. And I look down, and in one, I just kind of breathe into it. When I'm looking down, I'm becoming present in my body. And usually if there's criticism, I got to get up, I got to get going, I ought to be like this, shut up, you know, don't be lazy, all of that stuff. That's the stuff our parents used to yell at us, right? Get out of your room, you lazy. But right now, our job is just to be present. So if you feel stuck, be stuck. Don't try to fight it, be 100% present. So I use this statement. I am stuck. I just realized we're recording good. I am stuck. So everybody just tune in to how you're feeling stuckness in any level in your life. You might think, no, everything's fine, but if you're feeling any pingy pain or energy block, just be present to it. I am stuck. And I am going to be stuck. Remember to breathe. And I'm going to do everything in my power to stay stuck. Counterintuitive, but stick with me.
I'm going to worry, I'm going to obsess, I'm not going to take care of my body, I'm going to do everything in my power to stay stuck. So what did I do? I named everything that keeps me feeling bad. Okay, I'm not going to argue like, oh, I ate bad food, I ought to eat better. Nope, I'm going to eat crap, right? I'm going to do this and more until I no longer need to be stuck. So just be present, take a breath, and notice what happens just when we're just present to it without judging it. We're speaking about how we're observing it, what we're projecting into the future. We're speaking to what we're creating consciously and unconsciously. And then we're saying until you no longer need to be in this state. The reason that that matters is that somehow we think that this is how we take care of ourselves. This is how we stay safe. So it's meeting, it could be even counterintuitive, but we're attempting to meet a need, okay? So until I no longer need to be in this state, then your brain goes, right, yes, wait, what? Do I need to be stuck, or what is it I really need, okay? So if you've been with me, you've heard me do this before, but stay with it right now. So as you're tuning in and you're feeling stuck, just ask yourself, what do I need right now? Whatever thought, word, or image arrives, what do I need? You might think, hey, I need breathing room. I need a new idea. I need clarity. I just need to know it's okay. Whatever comes up. Don't try, again, don't analyze it. Just do a command for it, whatever it is. So I need to know I'm okay. I don't know how I know I'm okay. I only know I'm okay now and I am fulfilled. Well, I need breathing room. Well, I don't know how I have breathing room. I only know I'm free to breathe now and I am fulfilled. Very simple. Then I'm going to do the turnaround. So let's say I need breathing room, which is a metaphor, right? But we say that all the time. Financially, if I just had a little more breathing room, if I had some wiggle room, I could do some things, right? Metaphor. So I don't know how I have all the breathing room I need. I only know I have it now. So then I go, I'm breathing freely, and I'm going to breathe freely. And I have all the room I need to breathe now. I'm going to do everything in my power to create breathing room until I absolutely know myself as someone who is free to breathe. And then check back on your feeling. And just notice we're just being present. We're taking out all the judgment, all the programming, all the talking. And a shock, what are you noticing now?
Feeling lighterness.
Yeah. So sometimes, like, we have that resistant part. I believe in not arguing with resistance. I believe in meeting it with compassion. It's kind of like, have that 5-year-old and she will tear down the house when she wants my attention. And I'll go, what is it you need? She says, 30 seconds. I love you. Checking in. I need a hug. Look at me, whatever, right? That kid will destroy everything to get that 30 seconds of attention. Our body's kind of the same way. Okay? Is that helping?
Yes, thank you.
All right, great. That's the 4-part statement.
Yes.
Okay? Oh, look at you. Did you see the color? Come back and say hi right quick. There's a handsome gosh. All right. Thank you so much for letting me demonstrate that. All right, I'm going to have you mute yourself if you don't mind. I'm going to check in with Miss Carmen, and we'll see how else we've got. We've got just a couple more to check in, and then we're going to do our commands. So, Miss Carmen, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. Doing good. So, I haven't commanded for this before, but I believe my husband is kind of stuck on holding on to the lot we have for sale. So I'd like to just do a command around that the
Yeah. He knows he needs to, he ought to, he should, but he doesn't feel like he quite wants to, right?
yeah. And I
Okay.
didn't realize it until yesterday, and I was like, oh, no wonder why it hasn't sold. Okay.
Yeah. So my husband's stuck. He's going to be stuck. He's going to do everything in his power to stay stuck on that idea until he no longer needs to be stuck.
Right.
So he doesn't know when it's time. He knows that he ought to, but he doesn't know the right time for some reason. He's got time on the brain. I don't know what that is. But so it's the right time. And it's going to be the right time. He's going to do in his power, everything in his power to feel it's the right time in his own time.
Yeah.
Right? In his own time. So don't argue with him arguing.
Nope.
Okay? Just, hey, you know, y'all have an agreement. Y'all talked about it. I know more about the situation than you guys do, but the main thing is your house. Carmen's holding for the sale of her home. And I don't know, I kind of felt like we got a twofer happening with you. I'm just holding that idea for you. But so just let the lot sell in the right time. Okay? All in divine
Yep.
time. Okay? Because when he sees a big check, he'll think it's the perfect time.
Yes. Well, I made a suggestion. I said, you know, if we adjusted the price, we could probably sell it next week. And he's like, I'm not ready to do that. I'm like, oh, now I get it. Okay. You know, well, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
All
right.
talks. All right, sweetie. And then I'm going to check in with Emily, and I think that's everybody. Yeah. So, Miss Emily, Carmen, do me a favor, go ahead and mute yourself, and then I'm going to unmute Emily. How are you doing, honey?
Hey, good afternoon. I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. What are you commanding for?
Well, I have a couple of separate but intensive. I have a physical condition and I'm commanding for healing. It's been a chronic situation for many years and it just flares up every once in a while and there never seems to be a good explanation for it. I'm seeing a specialist on Thursday and I'm just commanding for
I'm so sorry. I'm having a little trouble hearing you. So you're having a health issue?
yes. I don't know how to make this any louder.
Okay.
Can you hear me? I mean, let me see.
Okay. Yeah, just maybe speak a little
better?
directly into it.
Is this better?
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and command for your divine health, your divine right health. And whatever this, at the start, we said there's an incongruence, right? There's something mentally and emotionally that's creating an incongruence in your body.
I think so, yes. And there's another chronic condition that really is a dental condition that I've been dealing with for many, many years. And I'm going to have some really extensive surgery. And so I'm just commanding for healing there and in my body. I have a couple different things going on. So, and for relief of pain. So.
Yeah. The word restoration actually comes up for you more than healing.
Very good.
Restoration, yeah. I mean, we need good health and your wealth restored and your good relationships and your good. There's something around your name. So let's get you into the restoration of your good name and the truth of your power. Can we do that?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know how I am restored. I don't know how my health, wealth, and my good name are restored. I only know I am fully restored now and I am fulfilled.
Very good.
Yeah, I love restoration, right? Because you do, you know, you're in real estate, you know all about houses, and you know, like the restoration brings out the former glory with all the modern updates, right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. And where it serves, you know, the new needs that you have. So we're going to tune into that. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Annie. Go ahead and mute yourself, and then I'm going to tune into Joanna, and then we are going to do our command. Look at Joanna. Joanna.
Yeah, I just came back from getting a
Getting what?
I just came back from getting a haircut. That's why I look different.
I don't know what else you look, but you look a little fresher, not just your hair.
Nope, all that hair is gone.
Yeah. Goodness. Guys, I'm about to do something drastic to my hair. So in this next couple of weeks, I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm pretty excited. It does involve it.
Can't wait to see. Can't wait to see.
So what are you commanding for?
Complete ease. I am in the middle of writing actually 6 webinars, sections, all sections of one webinar, but they have to flow. I've got to do the PowerPoints. I've never done it in this form before. It's just kind of complicated. I have to use new slides, and I can't, you know me, I get overwhelmed. And what I wanted to do, I just wanted to flow. So I sit down and it just comes. I can get help with the PowerPoint afterwards if I need to, but I just need the words to flow, the concepts to flow, because I procrastinated to the point where I'm now behind. So I need to move it.
Well, you know, a lot of us love running right up to that deadline, right? So yeah, so it's perfect, and so flowing. So I don't know how this project is complete with ease and flow. I don't know how this project came to be completed in such an easy and natural way. I only know the project is completed now, and I am fulfilled. So
That's great.
The end result and the state of being second, like a tall woman, right? So focus on the end result and the state of being. Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Awesome.
Appreciate that.
All right. And then Shama, we have yours, and I think I've got everybody else. I'm tuning in, and I'm holding love and light for Shama's husband, who's not well today, and so his wholeness and restoration as well. Okay, guys, let me share the screen. I'm gonna 1 second here. I like to get it off of me, so just a second here. How is that tuning into your bodies? Did you like that, being that present to your body? It's such a lovely process. I'm going to look, because I did a whole video on that, and I'll see if I can find that. Okay, we're not doing any screen sharing. Okay, so let me go ahead and just walk us through. All right, one, I just want to align heart to heart. The master in me greets the master in you. In this space, let there only be love between us. And in today, as this, we're aligning one to another, and we're in this circle, this time feel your support for each person here, and feel their support for you. And just like we learned how to be present to our own emotions, allow yourself to become present to the energy of this group. And even if you are listening by replay, you are included. And just now let this connection become illuminated, and just let this light connect us one to another, come into the space of expanding. Now I want to invite you to ground and feel your connection to the earth. and the earth's connection to you. Picture, visualize, or imagine that you are like a tree and you have long energy roots. And these roots are connecting you deep, deep, deep down into the earth. And not only are you grounding into the earth, now you can start to draw up that earth energy up into your body. Just breathe and relax into that support as you align to your purpose. And whatever it is that you're wanting to create, is it money? Is it a state of being? Is it a project? But think about why you're doing the project. And it is very likely to generate income, to build an audience, to get more customers, to bring greater security, and to fulfill your mission on the planet to help other people. There you go. Roll your eyes up. Go ahead and just picture, visualize, or imagine that you are traveling up a flow of light. The higher you go, the faster you go, and soon you find yourself surrounded by the beautiful black void in space. Eyes up. I'm going to state the main command, and you're going to fill in the blank. And since there's a lot of words, let's pick a color or a single word that would encapsulate that which you desire. But I love to pick a color. What color would represent the fulfillment of your command? Beautiful. So instead of all those words, start with a color. I don't know how and then state the color. I only know I am now, and I am fulfilled. Let your eyes relax. Let that expand out to an idea even greater that serves more good. And then there's a specific that you're wanting to command for. So now I'm going to make the statement. I don't know how and state in a positive way the specific thing that you desire. I only know it is so now, and I am fulfilled. And let that go, let that expand out to an idea even greater that serves more good. You can relax your eyes, just keep them kind of closed. But now a thought, image, or idea is coming in that could be a consideration. That's a clarifier. So now make a command to address that. So I don't know how and then state positively what you want. I only know it's so now, and I am fulfilled. And here's the last one. I don't know how people see the evidence of my success and the successful fulfillment of my command. I only know they see me living the life in alignment with my purpose and my mission now, and I am fulfilled. They see me. They bless me. Now, and I am fulfilled. There we go. Now just let all that go. Let that expand out to an idea even greater that serves more good in its fulfillment. And now just feel yourself coming in and just begin to actively receive everything that you want, need, or desire in order to accomplish your goal. Yeah, so roll your eyes back up. This is coming in. I don't know how I have a new belief system that supports the successful outcomes of my commands. I only know my commands are supported now, and I am fulfilled. There it is. Now let's just receive that, let it come in. We're going to unwind, unwind, unwind. And I'm just speaking directly to your DNA and your own neurology to release and let go of any old thoughts, images, ideas, any old programs. Just let that go. We're going to rewind, rewind, rewind. And again, speaking to your DNA, bringing your attention back to your heart. And we just want to be in this space of gratitude. But now there's this next piece. Right now you've made a commandment, and now you've activated your intuition. You've activated your higher way of thinking. And just tune in and it's like, ask, well, what is there anything for me to do now in order to make this command a reality? Or what are the next steps? Oh, is there anything for me to do? And if so, what? And then an answer may arrive, you may get an idea, but then just be present to it, and then your intuition and however your higher self communicates with you is going to start giving you some information. Okay? Yeah. So now this is actively like, okay, now what is my next steps? Because now you've set your mind on, okay, now I'm going to receive the information I need in order to fulfill this. And it may just be watch or notice or let it go or make a call. Whatever that little idea is, follow it. Okay? Whew. Let me zip you guys up. I want to smooth out your beautiful energy field. Was this helpful today? Was this, yeah? Okay. I appreciate you guys so much for taking time to be in the circle with me and holding the space. Thank you. I appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you so much. And I do work with people one-on-one, and if you want to have a conversation about getting the fulfillment of your goals or you're needing some help in creating the right strategy, that's what I help people do. And of course, we always use the one command as part of that process. So until next time, hey, the next circle is Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central. So be sure and tune in with Alex. And then we always meet every Tuesday at noon on Zoom. So until next time, this is Catherine Perry, the Big Vision Coach, and I'll witness your mastery, everybody. Bye-bye.